Hello everyone, thank you for checking out today's video. My name is Michael, and in this video I'm going to be covering the top 5 reasons to join the United States Air Force Reserve. I joined the reserves about 6.5 years ago. I came in as a pavement and construction equipment troop, and I cross-trained over to administration a few years later. Let's go ahead and jump into the first reason why you should join the Air Force Reserve. Money. So I did a video a few days ago actually covering how much I make in the Air Force Reserve, going over my pay stub with all my entitlements. So if that's something you're interested in, please check the description of this video. But I wanted to provide you guys some different examples how much you guys might make in the Air Force Reserve. And I'll also put a link to the military pay calculator so you can see how much your BAH rate will be, for example, or if you're coming in as a lower or higher rank than the ones they have in the examples here. So if you want to come in as an A1C, that's an E3 in the Air Force. And there are a few different ways you can come in as an A1C. You can just either get it in your contract. You can have some experience in the Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts. I don't remember how many years. You can also have some JROTC experience in high school. Again, I don't recall the amount of years. And or you can have over 50 college credits, I believe. And if you have any one of those, you may qualify to come in as an A1C, an E3. So I would reach out to your local recruiter and see what you may qualify for. So first example, if you are an A1C with less than 2 years of experience and you're just doing your regular drill weekend, so that's your 1 weekend a month, you'll make up to $331. And that is before the raise that the E4s and below are about to get on April 2025. So hopefully by the time you're watching this video, they make even more than this. Now, if you're the same rank with less than 2 years of experience on active duty orders, this is how much you may qualify for. So you have your BAH. So if you have any dependents, a spouse and or children, and you own a home, you may qualify for BAH. So BAH is a allowance that is tax-free. And I'll go ahead and start from the top. So we have your base pay. So that'd be $2,484. Your BAH would be $2,445, again, tax-free. That amount there is the Las Vegas zip code. So if you go to that military pay calculator that I linked to and put in your specific zip code, it'll give you your rate for your area. And then you also have your BAS, which is your basic allowance for subsistence, which is meant to offset your food costs. So your total for the month would be $4,929. And you're only getting taxed the $2,484 of it. So it's pretty good. Some additional pay perks that you may get in the reserves. You may qualify for VA disability pay. That is physical and or mental injuries or any sort of trauma that you may have experienced. And if you're rated when you go to see the military doctor, you may qualify for VA pay. And the higher your rating, the more money it is. And it's money for the rest of your life and it's tax-free. You may also qualify for a pension if you have more than 20 years in the reserves. Next up, we have college. And I did a video a few months ago talking about how I got paid to go to college in the Air Force Reserve. So again, check the description for that video. Starting at the top, we have tuition assistance that restarts every year, and it's $4,500 a year. It's up to $250 per semester hour and $166 per quarter. And we also have your CCAF, which is your Community College of the Air Force. So when you go to basic training, you're enrolled in your particular degree plan for your AFSC. So when I was in pavements and construction equipment, for example, I was enrolled in the construction technology associate's degree path. And in my administration career field, I got an information management career degree path. And you can also take CLEPs and DSSTs. So the only way you're going to be able to get your CCAF is if you transfer over civilian credits and or if you transfer over CLEPs/DSSTs. Those are what you see, like I put there. You just take a test, you pass it, you get the college credit. And some colleges outside of the CCAF actually take CLEPs and DSSTs. So I would double check before enrolling in a school, especially if you're taking a lot of CLEPs and you want them to transfer over. You also may qualify for your post 9/11 and Montgomery and GI Bill. I haven't used either of these, so I don't know much about them, but I put links to both of them in the description if you want to read more about them. Next up is healthcare. So this is one of the main reasons that I joined. So if you're on orders longer than 30 days, like when you're in basic training and tech school, you and all of your dependents will qualify for free health insurance. So that's what active duty people get. and it just automatically kicks in. So that's one of the perks. If you're not on active duty orders, you may want to use TRICARE Reserve Select, which is a great insurance. I ended up using this for a long time. So if it's just for yourself, it's $53.80 per month. If it's you and your dependents, it's going to be $274.48 per month. And at least when I was enrolled in it, it doesn't matter if you have one dependent or 4 or 5 dependents, it's going to be the same amount for that month. So it's kind of a bummer if it's just like you and your husband or you and your wife. You don't have kids yet. But if you have a big family, then it works out for you because you pay less. And you can also pay for TRICARE Dental, which is $12.10 per month for the member or $90.74 per month for you and your dependents. Next up is learning new skills. So this is probably the one that's going to benefit you the most when you either get out of the military or if you're trying to help yourself career-wise outside of the military. So in tech school, if you're in certain AFSEs, like certain COM AFSEs, you will take a certification while completing your tech school course. And for the COM one, for example, you have to go through the CompTIA Security Plus certification, which is a very, I guess you would say it's a very challenging certification for entry level. And if you pass that and you have your security clearance, you're setting yourself up great to get yourself an IT job outside of the military. So there's a lot of benefits to that. There's also some other certifications, I believe, that you can get for other AFSCs. I'm just not familiar with them. So again, I would talk to your recruiter and see what they offer. If you're interested in learning how to use firearms, or you like to use firearms, those are some of the weapons that we qualify on, or at least I do in a Red Horse Squadron. So we have M4, which is a assault rifle. You have M18, which is a pistol/handgun, and M249s, which are heavy machine guns. And if you're in another more of an infantry type job like security forces or TAC-P or PJs, you may have to qualify on other weapons as well. While in basic training, you should only be qualifying on your M4 unless they changed it. And you can also take some specialized courses. So like when I was a dirt boy, a pavements and construction equipment troop, I had the option to take crane operations courses, demolition courses. I took another concrete course. So we built this huge concrete slab and then the demolition team blows it up. You can take leadership courses. And then if you're in certain AFSEs like SEER instructors, TAC-P, excuse me, voice is very raspy today. SEER, what was I saying? TAC-P or PJs, then you may qualify to go to SEER, which is Survival, Evasion, Resistance, and Escape. And also some special forces positions outside of the Air Force have to go through that as well. So it's very interesting if you guys want to look more into it. And we also have experiences in traveling. So your traditional reserve schedule, you have your 1 week in a month and then 2 weeks a year, your annual tour. And if your unit is awesome, they will travel somewhere for your annual tour and it'll be somewhere fun. So these are some of the locations that my section and different sections within my squadron have gone to. They've gone to Guam, Germany, England, Hawaii. I mean, you can go to places in South America, Alaska, you name it. So if there's training there and there's availability for you guys to go, then you should talk to your supervisor and see if they can make it happen. There's also TDYs, which are temporary duty. So those are positions where maybe some active duty folks have deployed, or maybe they just have a shortage, or maybe there's some sort of special assignment. They will open up TDY positions and you can apply for them. And they are of varying lengths and in various locations. So some of the benefits to that is you get to travel, get to learn new things, and then you get per diem. Per diem is great because they'll pay for your lodging, but then you also get per diem for like food and other expenses. So for Las Vegas, for example, it's like $64 or $68 a day, tax-free. And anything you don't spend, you get to pocket. So say you're there for a month and you only eat cereal every day. I wouldn't recommend that, but if you do, you get to pocket all that extra money that you didn't spend. So it's a nice supplement on top of the regular income that you'd be getting, like your base pay, your BAH, your BAS, all that good stuff. And fun times. So there's just some fun times while you're in the military. It may seem like it sucks in the moment. Like you see, I have tear gas on there. So when you guys go to basic, at least when I went through, you go in a gas chamber and everyone takes off their gas mask. You have to open your eyes and you have to say your reporting statement. They go around the whole room. And when I was in there's probably 30 people and you have to wait through, it goes through everyone. And if someone messes up, you just have to sit there and take it until everybody gets through the reporting statement. Beast Week is fun. So Beast Week, you get to do obstacle course, you get to do the tear gas, you get to shoot your M4, you get to do rucks, you get to do like mock war zones where you get to travel around with your different sections, and then they have actors coming out pretending to attack you. So it's a good time. And you also get to drive and use different types of equipment. So what comes to mind here for me is when I was in, after I completed tech school, I ended up going to Dobbins Air Reserve Base, and we stayed in tents, and it was kind of like a mock deployment scenario. And it rained and snowed every single day, and it flooded our tents every single day, and it was freezing cold. So it was very hard to sleep. But it was fun during the day because we would go out to this huge mud pit, and we had a skid steer, a grader, and a few loaders. And the instructors were like, have fun, don't fall off the side. And it was just like this huge mud pit, and we just got to do what we wanted. I screwed up one day and I didn't grade correctly, and it rained very hard that night, and it flooded the entire thing. I basically made a swimming pool, and I had to go out the next day in thigh-high mud water and move the equipment so that they were able to grade it properly and get everything to drain. So it sucked in the moment, but it's funny to look back on. So it's stuff like that. It sucks in the moment, but if you find a silver lining, I guess it's an interesting experience that you wouldn't normally get. And you get to forge new friendships. So you're going to meet a lot of people who are a lot like you, people who are very different from you. So if you come from a small town, when you go to basic training, it's probably going to be a huge culture shock to you because you're like, these people are so different from what I'm used to. But it's great because it gets you out of your comfort zone. And hopefully you get to network and meet new people, and maybe you'll find some mentors through this. You'll find some lifelong friends. You'll find people who maybe work for companies that you're trying to work for, and they help you. They give you a helping hand and help you get a job. So just be cordial, professional, friendly. Just do your best to get the most out of the military while you're in. And deployments, you get to go on fun deployments. So right now, there's some great articles written about this on CNN and some other sites, but half of our squadron actually got deployed to the Pacific, and they're actually helping rebuild a old World War II base. So it's one of the benefits too is you get to contribute to the mission. You get to make a huge impact that helps benefit our country. So there's a lot of pride in that. So you're doing things outside of maybe the more selfish reasons that you have to join. You're also contributing to a greater good. All right, everyone, if there's anything I did not cover, please let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to do a follow-up video if needed, or I can just respond to your comments directly. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving this video a like. Please also consider subscribing to the channel. Catch you all in the next one very soon.